Um, this is my third video that I'm making today. I just heard the song Invisible by Hunter Hayes, and it's really, really good. So I encourage you guys to listen to it. Also, there's a Shooting Star song by Carrie Kimmel that I really like. I made a whole recovery playlist and when I'm sad and need to feel uplifted playlist, so I just added those two that I thought you should know. There's one more thing that I really wanted to talk about, so video number 3, here we go. I know I've said it in previous videos lately, but I'm going to say it again. This is by far the happiest that I have ever been in my entire life. Like, I can't even explain to you how much better my life has gotten. I don't even know how to explain to you how important I feel this message is, and I don't know how to put my words together and to create this one meaningful way of saying it. It's just all the words are in my head and I have these feelings of how I should say it and I don't know how. Okay. All I know is that I have never, ever been so happy. Ever. I don't even know. I get these feelings like, you know, when you're constantly sad and it's like you're numb and, you know, even things that are supposed to make you happy don't make you happy, and things that are supposed to make you sad don't even make you sad because you're in just this state of numbness. And it's like people could marry you or people could kill you and they could do whatever they want and you're going to feel exactly the same because you have no emotion anymore because you're so tired of what the world is giving you that you've thrown it all away and you've just turned it off and you become numb because it's so much easier than feeling all the crap that the world is throwing at you. And I completely understand that because I have been there. But I'm not there anymore. And that's not ever something that I imagined was going to happen. When I was in treatment, a girl came in and talked about her story. And I'm sure I've said this before. But she came in and she talked about her story. And it was like, I was like, congratulations. Like, I truly was happy for her. But I never saw that as something that was going to happen to me. Because previously in my life, I had never felt happiness like that and not had it ripped away from me. Like, I just didn't think that that was an option for me. And it was like this huge deal of, like, that it was never going to happen. I was never going to be happy. I was never going to be recovered. I was never going to treat my body right. I was never going to stop self-harming or starving myself. That just never seemed like a possibility for me. But now I'm here, and I'm ending my 3rd year of college, and I've found motivation somehow and raised my grades to better than they've been since I've been in college, and I have this job that I'm good at, and I'm being praised there, and I'm making good money, and I'm taking care of myself and paying my bills. And I have this man that loves me so incredibly much, and I don't know how I got him. But he loves me so much, and he knows all of me, and he loves me, and he makes me feel like that's okay, that I'm okay to be loved, and that I'm allowed to be, and I'm allowed to feel whatever I'm trying to feel. Because that's who I am, and it's okay to be who I am, and that's not anything that I ever felt in my life. And I get so happy sometimes when I'm with him, and it's like my whole body fills up with this happiness, and it's overwhelming, and it's exploding out of me, and it's like I don't even know how to handle feeling so good because I've never felt that before. I've never felt like my whole body is happy, and I'm just covered in love and joy and in happiness and satisfaction with my life. And that's never happened. I don't think there's any way to explain how crazy it is to me that I can be so happy and so satisfied in my life. But that's not to say that I don't have bad days, because I do. I have bad days where I break down and I cry and I think, how could he ever love me, and all I am is a fuck up, and I'm depressed and I'm anxious and I can't be like all the other girls, and you know, I can't just be there sometimes with him because I'm so caught up in my mind, and my mind is this terrible thing that's killing me. and then the next day I'll be fine. And it's an up and down battle with how I feel, and I still have the lows. But in those lows, I am not treating myself with the disrespect that I used to have for my own body. Because my body is taking care of me on a daily basis. My body is taking care of me. It is feeding me, it is helping me grow, it is giving me power for my mind so I can make a difference in the world. And it's doing these things for me, so I'm not going to treat it how I used to. I still feed my body. I do not self-harm anymore. I take care of myself, so even on my days where I feel like my world is falling apart, I realize that it's not. Because it's not falling apart around me, it's a bad day. And then the next day I will feel this joy that lights up my whole entire life, and my body is exploding. And there's both. And you're allowed to have both. And I'm letting you know this because I'm letting you know that there's always going to be the bad days. And maybe that they will still hurt just as bad, that they are going to be less severe, and you're going to treat yourself differently than you treated yourself before. And you're going to have good days that make the bad days seem like they shouldn't even exist. Because in these good days, it's like you've been made brand new. You feel like you're born again, and like these struggles you had weren't even real. If I didn't have the scars on my side, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what I had been through until I reached one of those bad days. Because when I look down and I see those scars, I wonder how I could have ever been so sad and ever been so depressed that I decided to bring a blade to my skin and to watch myself bleed and enjoy it. That doesn't seem like me anymore. I could never even imagine doing that, and it wouldn't give me the same satisfaction that it once did, because at one time that was my savior. Now it's like it's not even there. It's nothing. It's a light little scar on my skin that reminds me of a past that I would have otherwise forgotten on one of my good days. Things change. My entire life has changed. And I realize that I say this with some crazy fire inside of me, and I'm talking like a mad woman. But I need you to know that these things are going to change. My life has become such a beautiful blur. And I don't even remember that. I remember it like it's a past memory, like maybe it's something I dreamed and I didn't actually go through, until I see that yes, I did, and I read my diary entries and I realized that I wanted to kill myself more than anything in the world. And now I couldn't imagine dying, because I couldn't imagine leaving the people that love me, because I have finally allowed them to love me. I didn't think anybody loved me because I didn't think I was worthy of their love, and when they tried to show me that they loved me, I shoved it off as them trying to take care of me or trying to save me from some terrible monster that I didn't think I had inside of me. But I realized that those demons were there, and those demons were hiding their love for me. And they were making me feel like I didn't deserve that, like I wasn't worthy of somebody loving me more than they love themselves. And now I have these people in my life who show me constant gratitude and constant love and appreciation, and they treat me so good. And sometimes I still feel like I'm undeserving, but I'm at this point in my life where I can realize how much they love me, and I can give them love back, and that's not something that I was able to do before. So I think it's important that you stay alive. If you are only going to do one thing in your entire life, stay alive. Let that be your choice. You don't have to do anything except know that this is your life, and you're not going to end it just because it's hard right now, because things are going to get better. And I am someone who's been through it, and I'm telling you that it's going to get better, and it's not that you're one in the billion people who aren't going to recover, because that's not true. You're going to make it. You're going to make it because I have faith in you, and I love you, and I've been through it, and I'm going to hold your hand the whole way through. Because I think life is worth living, and it's so unfair to not give yourself the chance to allow that to change. You're ending it in its track, giving it no hope of getting better, when if you live, at least you have a chance, right? At least you have a chance to feel this joy that fills up your entire body. But it's like I'm high on life, and that sounds so cheesy and so corny and ridiculous. But in that moment, I feel like I'm above all else, because I feel this beauty within me that I didn't even know was there. It's been living inside me for 20 years, and I didn't even know I could feel that. So I think it's important. I think you need to stay alive. Stay alive for me, stay alive for the people who love you, even if you don't realize that they love you now. You're gonna make it, and you're gonna stay alive. Because I believe in you. And that should be enough, right?